Picture a small island, all alone in the huge Pacific Ocean. Imagine the vastness of the ocean stretching out in every direction, with nothing but water as far as the eye can see. This tiny speck of land is surrounded by endless blue, a solitary dot in a seemingly infinite expanse. This is Easter Island, called Rapa Nui by the people who lived there first. It's a place rich in history and culture, with a unique story that has fascinated people for generations. It's super far from any other land. The nearest inhabited land is over 1,000 miles away, making it one of the most remote places on Earth. It's a really pretty place with volcanoes and big waves. The island's natural beauty is breathtaking, with its rugged landscapes and dramatic coastlines, but the most amazing thing about Easter Island is how quiet it is. The silence here is profound, a stark contrast to the bustling world most of us are used to, the quiet of the Moai. These ancient statues stand in silence, their presence both mysterious and awe-inspiring. Those Moai are giant statues made of volcanic rock. Each one is unique with its own distinct features and expressions. They stand there with serious faces, looking out at the ocean. Their gaze seems to stretch beyond the horizon, as if they are watching over the island and its people. These quiet statues have been there for hundreds of years, watching the Rapa Nui people. They are a testament to the island's rich history and the ingenuity of its inhabitants. How were these huge statues made? What do they mean? These questions have puzzled historians and archaeologists for years. People have wondered about this for a long time. The mystery of the Moai continues to captivate researchers and visitors alike. The story of Easter Island is a story of how clever people can be and how strong beliefs are. It's a tale of human ingenuity, resilience, and the power of cultural traditions. It's a story about the choices we make and what we leave behind. The Moai are a reminder of the legacy we create and the impact we have on our world. It's a story that's important to us today. As we face our own challenges, the lessons of Easter Island remain relevant and thought-provoking. It reminds us that everything is connected and that we need to understand our place in the world. The Moai stand as silent witnesses to the interconnectedness of all things. Come with me to this faraway island and learn the secrets of the Moai. Let's delve into the past and uncover the mysteries that have intrigued so many. Let's explore the past to understand today and plan for tomorrow. By studying the history of Easter Island, we can gain insights into our own lives and the future of our planet. Our journey starts here on Easter Island, where the Moai stand guard. Join me as we embark on this adventure to discover the wonders of this remarkable place. Almost 1,000 Moai are spread out all over Easter Island. Each one is different, with its own unique features and characteristics that set it apart from the others. Some are tall and skinny, towering over the landscape, while others are short and wide, giving them a more grounded appearance. Some have fancy hats, known as pukao, which add an extra layer of distinction, while others stand bareheaded. But despite these differences, they all share a certain similarity in their design and expression. They have big heads, long noses, and strong chins, which give them a distinctive and recognizable look. Their eyes are deep and penetrating, and their faces often look calm and thoughtful, as if they are lost in contemplation. The Moai are made of volcanic tuff, a type of rock that is relatively soft and easier to carve compared to other stones. But even with simple tools, making these huge statues was a giant job, requiring immense skill and effort from the carvers. The biggest Moai ever built, called Paro, was over 33 feet tall and weighed more than 80 tons. It was a true marvel of ancient engineering. Sadly, Paro fell over a long time ago, which shows how hard it was to build and move such big things. The challenges they faced were immense. Even now, we're amazed by how smart and resourceful the Rapa Nui people were. Their ingenuity continues to inspire us. The Moai are more than just statues. They are a testament to the creativity and dedication of the Rapa Nui people. They represent the Rapa Nui ancestors, special people from the past who were very important to them, serving as a bridge between the living and the dead. The statues weren't just meant to look like people, but to show spiritual power, embodying the mana or spiritual energy of their ancestors. The history of Easter Island is complicated and mysterious. The first people to live there came from Polynesia, sailing across the huge Pacific Ocean in special canoes. We don't know exactly when they arrived, but it was probably around the year 800. These first settlers brought their language, culture, and beliefs. They found an island with lots of good things to eat and use. Over time, more and more people lived there, and they built a strong community. Their stories are told from parents to children, full of adventures, inventions, and respect for their ancestors. The Rapa Nui people had leaders, priests, and skilled craftspeople. They believed they had a special connection to their ancestors who they thought could help them. The Moai, looking out at the ocean, showed this belief. But the story of Easter Island isn't just about good times. It's also a story about damage to the environment and problems for their society. The Rapa Nui people had their own special writing called rongo rongo. It's made of symbols, and no one understands it today. Carved into wood, rongo rongo might help us understand the Moai and the history of Easter Island. Some people think rongo rongo was real writing, able to tell complicated stories. Others think it was simpler, used for special ceremonies. The mystery of rongo rongo is very interesting to scientists. Imagine if we could understand this old writing. We might learn about the beliefs, ceremonies, and everyday lives of the Rapa Nui people. The stories on the wood could tell us about the Moai, why they were built, and why their civilization ended. Even though people have studied it for years, rongo rongo is still a mystery. Maybe someday someone will figure it out and we'll hear the voices of the ancestors again. Section 5. The Giant's Tools. Building the Moai was a huge job, requiring not just physical strength, but also incredible ingenuity and craftsmanship. It took lots of skill, cleverness, and people working together. The Rapa Nui people had to coordinate their efforts meticulously to ensure every statue was perfect. The Rapa Nui people used simple tools made of stone, bone, and wood to carve these huge statues from volcanic rock. These tools, though primitive, were incredibly effective in the hands of skilled artisans. Imagine how much work and patience it took to shape these big rocks into statues. Each statue could take months, even years to complete. They used basalt picks to chip away at the rock, slowly making the shape of the Moai. This process was painstaking and required a lot of precision. They used coral files to smooth the statues and make the details. These files helped to refine the surface and bring out the intricate features of each Moai. Every hit with the hammer, every scrape with the chisel showed how much the Rapa Nui people wanted to honor their ancestors. The dedication and care put into each statue were immense. The Moai weren't carved all alone, but in workshops all over the island. These workshops were hubs of activity and collaboration. These workshops near the volcanoes that gave them the rock were busy places with many workers. The proximity to the volcanic rock was crucial for the efficiency of their work. The sounds of hammers, chisels, and people talking would have been heard all over the island. This symphony of sounds was a testament to the community's collective effort. Making the Moai was a team effort, showing how the Rapa Nui people could work together. Their collaboration and unity were key to their success in creating these monumental statues. After they were carved, the Moai had to be moved from the workshops to special platforms, sometimes miles away. This was really hard to do. They had to plan carefully and be very clever. The Rapa Nui people didn't have wheels, animals to pull things, or any other advanced tools. One idea is that they moved the Moai using logs, ropes, and lots of people. By rocking the statues and pulling ropes tied to their heads, teams of workers could slowly move them forward on the logs. This would have been slow and hard work, but it might have worked. Another idea is that they moved the Moai standing up using ropes, ramps, and wooden sleds. This would have taken lots of teamwork and a good understanding of how things move. No matter how they did it, moving the Moai shows how clever and determined the Rapa Nui people were. They were great inventors who found ways to do things even without modern tools. Over many years, the Moai have been in danger from nature and from people. Wind, rain, and salty air have worn down the soft volcanic rock. Many statues are damaged and their faces are hard to see. In the 1600s and 1700s, European explorers and colonists caused new problems. Diseases like smallpox killed many Rapa Nui people, hurting their way of life. Many Moai were knocked over or damaged during this time. Today, the Moai are protected by UNESCO, which means they are important for everyone in the world. People are working hard to protect these ancient statues, using new ways to keep them safe from damage. But the Moai are more than just old statues. They remind us of how clever, strong and interesting the Rapa Nui people were. The story of Easter Island is important for us today. It teaches us about taking care of the environment, protecting cultures, and how everything in the world is connected. What happened to the Rapa Nui people teaches us about using too many resources and the importance of balancing our needs with nature. It reminds us that we are all connected and that what we do affects other people and places. Even with the problems they faced, the Rapa Nui people left behind beautiful art, inventions, and a story of strength. Their story inspires us, reminding us of how clever people can be and how important it is to protect our history. As we think about the future, let's remember the lessons of Easter Island and try to make a better world for everyone. The Moai of Easter Island are still mysterious. How did the Rapa Nui people build such amazing things with simple tools? What do the Moai mean and why were they important? What secrets are hidden in the Rongorongo writing? These are just some of the questions that people still ask. Every new discovery makes us even more interested in this island and its silent statues. The Moai show us that people are always curious, wanting to explore and understand the world. They remind us that the past is not just something to read about in books, but something that can teach us important lessons. As we continue to learn about Easter Island, we remember that the journey of discovery is just as important as what we find. By asking questions, searching for knowledge, and sharing what we learn, we truly honor the Rapa Nui people and their amazing creations.